conversation flowed. The vibe clicked. There was laughter. There was curiosity. There was just ease. They did a few rides, but what they can really remember were the bumper cars. Greg lit up like a kid. He said, "This is the only place you can legally ram into children." Marissa spotted him across the arena. She's ready to light him up. And in that moment, she felt it. She thought, "I'm going to marry this man." She didn't say it out loud, but she knew. Later, as they're leaving the carnival, Marissa trips off a curb. Greg catches her without hesitation, picks her up, looks her in the eyes, and says, "I got you." And then they had their first kiss. They both left that night thinking, "Did I meet the one?"
My son, I'm so thrilled with the man that you've turned out to be, and overjoyed with the beautiful daughter you've given me to love. Son, Marissa, I'm so happy that you found the kind of love for each other that actually bubbles over and spills out and brings joy and hope to everybody around you all the time. I just want to say that for any two hearts to find and commit to each other in today's crazy world is nothing short of miraculous. I could not be prouder of the hearts that are in front of me today.
And now let your minds go all the way back to the moment you met. And open your eyes. Greg and Marissa, you found each other. And it all began with a swipe to the right. You know, after spending more time than you'd like to admit scrolling through faces online, hoping that maybe, just maybe, someone real was out there, there it was. A profile pic of a man wearing a t-shirt that said, "With a body like this, who needs hair?"
My daughter is kind, smart, beautiful, and loving, but we know she can also be hard-headed, demanding, and somewhat right. Fatherhood is not easy. You always want the best for your children. You hope that they meet their soulmate, the love of their life, a partner to share life's loves, adventures, and memories with. Greg is that perfect partner. They have become this wonderful couple who have grown together and laid the groundwork for their future. When you have a son-in-law who stands by your daughter faithfully, loving her with all his heart, you know I'm truly lucky she's finally found someone.
Thank you for coming out tonight. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with us. We appreciate that. H to the Izzo, V to the Izzy. With Shizzle, my nizzle used to dribble down in VA.
Greg leads with action, and he brings people with him. He brings joy, laughter, momentum, and he makes you believe that you can do more because you watch it in him. And then came Marissa. Now, when I first heard about her, I was intrigued. PhD program, psychologist, smart, so unlike Greg. But when I met her, that's when I understood this wasn't just someone impressive on paper. No, Marissa was someone who could challenge Greg, who could steady him, make him laugh, and most importantly, see him fully. Marissa's competitive, she's brilliant, honest, and warm. And if you've ever gone toe-to-toe with her on game night, which I think almost everybody in this room has, you notice she doesn't come to play unless it's to win.
I've been told once or twice that I'm a little long-winded, so I'm going to keep this very brief. Okay? We'd be here all day if I were describing all of the reasons I love you and the little things not everyone sees, like how you unintentionally make the duck face when you are deep in thought, how you make those silly noises when you are driving, stressed and trying to change lanes, or how excited you get when you see cucumbers on the side of the road because it reminds you of home.
Time softens, our hands soften, and our skin wrinkles, and only my hair's gray. I promise to reach for you like it's the first time, every time. Because in every version of this life, it's always been you. So to put our own spin on it, I say to have and to dab. Until death do us part.
Let's go!
Everywhere I go, heads turning, looking at me like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Everywhere I go, heads turning, looking at me like, whoa, whoa, like, whoa. Everywhere I go, heads turning, looking at me like, whoa, whoa. Everywhere I go, heads turning, looking at me like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Everywhere I go, heads turning, looking at me like, whoa. Kinda feel like I could go 1, 2, 3, count 'em on your toes. Whoa. You can see I'm in my zone. Don't speak to me, don't even call my phone. Whoa. It's about that time when the lights go up, you know that's my sign. Whoa. And I gotta feel great, cause everywhere I go, heads turning, looking at me like, whoa. Looking at me like 1, 2, 3. Looking at me like, looking at me like, don't speak to me. Looking at me like, looking at me like the lights go up. Everywhere I go, heads turning, looking at me like, whoa, whoa. Everywhere I go, heads turning, looking at me like, whoa, whoa, like, whoa. Everywhere I go, heads turning, looking at me like, whoa, whoa. Everywhere I go, heads turning, looking at me like, whoa, whoa. go, heads turning, looking at me like, whoa, whoa, like, whoa. Everywhere I go, heads turning, looking at me like, whoa, whoa. Everywhere I go, heads turning, looking at me like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Everywhere I go, heads turning, looking at me like, whoa.